It's over. The Israeli war on Lebanon is officially over. According to US President Joe Biden, the ceasefire agreement stipulates that the Israeli military withdraws from South Lebanon, the Islamic Resistance in Lebanon vacates the north of the Litani River, while the Lebanese army regains control over the area. While some allege that the deal is somehow of a defeat for the Islamic Resistance, here's why they are wrong. In this video, we'll discuss Israel's failure in fulfilling its war goals in Lebanon, despite being backed by the United States. And please keep this in mind. If the Israeli leadership wasn't convinced that the deal was necessary to avoid further massive losses it incurred throughout the war, it wouldn't have approved the ceasefire agreement and would have continued its assaults on Lebanon. Since the onset of the aggression on Lebanon, Israeli officials have declared that their goal was to dismantle the Lebanese resistance, create a buffer zone deep inside Lebanese territory, and return Israelis displaced by the resistance's intense fire to their settlements in northern occupied Palestine. Israelis attempted to solidify these objectives by unaliving the resistance's commanders and launching massive strikes across Lebanon. Despite suffering blows, the Lebanese resistance, undeterred by the assassination of its leaders, hit back, deploying high-end rockets and drones that reached deep into Israel, including Tel Aviv. Through their resilience and steadfastness, Lebanese resistance fighters repelled the Israeli ground incursion into towns and villages in southern Lebanon and prevented them from occupying Lebanese territory. These villages bear witness to heroic and epic operations crafted by the resistance against the invading enemy. This doesn't end here. The resistance's rockets and drones did not once waver, but were consistently targeting Israeli sites up until the very last minutes before the ceasefire took effect, signaling that the resistance had indeed prepared for a prolonged war. Israel sought to sow division among Lebanese through its large-scale aggression and destruction of civilian infrastructure. However, their plan failed miserably as the Lebanese people were united amid the devastating aggression. Meanwhile, as displaced Lebanese families flocked to their homes in Beirut's southern suburb, South Lebanon, and Bekaa, Israelis are yet to return to their settlements in northern occupied Palestine. All in all, the ceasefire was a way out for Israel to exit the quagmire it fell into and a maneuver to avoid further losses inflicted by the resistance in Lebanon, which exposed that the Israeli entity is indeed weaker than a spider's web.